Hello everybody, Eric again. Like and subscribe. Here we go. Let's read about Hey K, caminar, soñando. Hey K, caminar, soñando. Spanish. We Must Walk Dreaming is the last composition by avant-garde composer Luigi Nono. Composed 1 year before dying at the age of 66. Scored for 2 violins. It was premiered during Nono's lifetime. Background, commissioned by the WDR Symphony Orchestra, Cologne. Hey Q Caminar was born out of expanded material from Nono's previous work, La Lontananza, Nostalgica, Utopica, Futura, and was the fourth and last piece to bear a title related to the Caminants, after Caminants, Aerococho, No Hey Caminos, Hey Q Caminar, Andrei Tarkovsky, and La Lontananza. This is in reference to a quote by Spanish author Antonio Machado. Caminant, no hey caminos, hey Q caminar, traveler, there are no ways, but we must go, which he saw in Toledo, and faintly represents his political commitment and his desire for social justice. The original title also bears an additional inscription, Code 20A, which refers to the house the piece was composed in, Koningsstraat 20A in Berlin. The piece was finished on March 2nd, 1989, and was dedicated a Tatjana Gidan to Tatjana Grandenko in Gidan, Crimea. The piece was premiered at the Solar Grande Conservatorio Giuseppe Verdi in Milan on October 14, 1989, by violinists Irvin Arditi and David Alberman, and was published later that year by Casa Recording. Structure. Hey Q Caminar is scored for 2 violins and takes around 25 minutes to perform. A very experimental piece in nature, the piece calls for many advanced violin techniques, such as playing on the bridge and collegno. A lot of its musical material is derived both from his previous work for solo violin, La Lontananza, Nostalgica, Utopica, Futura, and Giuseppe Verdi's Scala Enigmatica, used in his Ave Maria. Contrary to other string pieces by Nono, the composer asks the performers to play notes with a slight vibrato and never as completely static notes, in much the same way as in La Lontananza. A minimum of 8 music stands are dispersed around the stage. Each violinist only has 3 different sets of scores, which the composer calls leggi. These sets work as movements, and both violinists have to physically move to the music stand containing the next score set upon finishing the previous leggio. The corresponding music stands have to be far enough so that the musicians do not walk from one music stand to the next in a straight line, but rather walk around the stage. Since only 6 sets of scores can be used to read the music on stage, the other music stands must be left empty or with music sheets that are not going to be used. Recordings. The following is a partial list of recordings of this piece. Dedicates, Gedin Kramer and Tatjana Grandenko recorded the piece in December 1990 in Switzerland. The recording was released on the Dutch Gramophone on CD in 1992 and was released in October 2003. Bye for now.